Ladies and gentlemen, men and women, boys and girls, welcome to the most must-watch Best Way TV. This year is Power Talk Show. Come on, guys, you've got it. So we are back today, and I would like first of all to apologize. We are, I think, 23 minutes late. We're supposed to start at past, but technical issues. We're still struggling with it. But finally, we've got it. That's my phone going there. So today we are talking about taking back control over your life. That's something that anyone would want in their life. I would want to take control over my life because I don't want anything to control me. But you know what? We have Mark. What's your name again?
It's Mark.
Mark who?
Win.
See? I thought he forgot his name, but he remembers his name. Welcome back. Thank you. And we've got Papa Bertin. Papa Bertin, what's your name?
Bertin Kambale.
Bertin Kambale.
Ouais.
Well, Bertin Kambale. It's funny how everybody remember the second name, but it's okay. So, Mark, we are talking about taking back control over your life.
Correct.
As it sounds easier, but difficult as well at the same time.
No. The question you should be asking is, are we in control of our own lives?
Okay.
Because a lot of people, we have experiences from when we're younger, and we have decisions that we make.
Yeah.
And then, let's go back a stage, right? When you were born, you were put in control of your life, right? It's a kind of gift, if you want to call it a gift. And it's the most amazing gift you could ever have, right? So the gifts come from above and said, you're in control of your life. You can be, do, and have anything that you want to. But then during the course of our lives, things happen.
Yeah.
We have bad experiences, we have maybe made bad decisions, and then we lose a bit of confidence.
Yeah.
And then our confidence gets knocked, and then what happens is nobody can take away the control of your life, but you can give it away. So during the course of our lives, we become less than who we should be, less confident, less in control. So for example, we give control over our health, right? So rather than solving anything that we've got, we jump down to the doctors and we ask for a pill. And every time we do that, we give a bit of control over our health away. I was in a relationship before it ended up finishing, where I had to change who I was to suit the other person. So I gave bits of me away along. So I gave control of myself in the relationship away. Money. We should all have our own money, but we have to borrow money from time to time. It might be on credit cards or loans. And the more we borrow money, the more control over that aspect of our life we give away.
So it's not less, sometimes it's just the way you are describing everything. It kind of click in my head, like sometimes it's hard to describe what life is. Because you are talking from the perspective of finance, of perspective of health, your perspective of confidence.
Yes.
All of that is your life.
Yes, you've got loads of different areas of your life. And all of these areas should be totally amazing, right? But things happen in our lives and we become less. So for example, in the UK, 1 in 4 people suffers from either stress or depression or anxiety.
Absolutely.
Right? So statistically, it's something like 7 million people take antidepressants because their lives are less than what they want them to be. They're unable to cope. So they've got to take something just to get by on a daily basis. So what happens is our lives become what we just kind of survive and we get by. But what they should be is so much more.
Yeah, I know we are going back to, you're going to give us all the techniques that is going to show us how we take control of our life.
Yes.
Now, the question is anyone, because before we get there, I need to ask you simple questions, small questions that will probably give us and the viewers the idea of how much we lost the control of our lives.
That is a very good question.
And also how much we don't know how we losing control of our life quickly, and then we just don't know. Now, my question quickly is, is anyone under the sun in control of their life?
There are people that are in control of large elements of their life.
All right.
The people that are happiest have more control over that part of their lives. People that have got more money are in control over those lives. So there are there are, if you imagine like a pyramid,
Uh-huh.
the vast majority of people are at the bottom of the pyramid
Uh-huh.
and are leading lives that they're unhappy about in quite a few ways.
Uh-huh.
But as you get nearer to the top,
Uh-huh.
it's less and less people that are totally relaxed, totally happy,
In control of their life.
totally in control of their lives, because just most people live down here at the bottom.
So from that perspective, that means like maybe we have maybe 6%
At the
of
top,
people at the top.
maybe
who-
even less,
maybe
maybe
4.
even less, maybe even 4. I mean, I'll give you a very quick story, because you asked a very good question, right?
Uh-huh.
How do you know how much you're in control
Of
or
your
not?
life, yeah.
Right, great. So I'm going to do an exercise.
Uh-huh.
I think with you, Papa, right?
Papa Bertin.
Papa, how do you?
Now, it's not a Scottish name.
No.
It is a Congolese name. Now, Mark is in a trap, but don't worry, we will untrap it. Papa Bertin.
Papa Bertin.
See? It's coming. Yeah, you're in control of that life.
Yes. Controlling the mouth.
Okay.
So, I'm going to do this exercise,
Uh-huh.
right? That everybody can follow back home.
Yes.
And by doing the exercise, you're able to compare how you feel now
Okay.
and about different aspects of your life, and then how you feel afterwards.
Afterwards. Okay.
And I designed this
Yeah.
because of people that maybe are suffering from a bit of depression, a bit of mental challenges,
Yes.
and their lives are getting harder and harder and harder.
Mhm.
And I want to be able to take them from wherever they are
Yeah.
to this fantastic place up here.
Good
And-
stuff.
And you can do it in like 30 seconds.
Okay. 30 seconds?
30 seconds.
That's very
But-
easier.
But
Yeah.
it's
quick.
not- it's quick. Everything's easy in life.
Mm.
It's meant to be.
Mhm.
Everything's meant to be easy. And it's the difference is,
But it's not the case.
for most things, no, because life's become harder and harder. We get faced with challenges.
Mm.
So you have to know the difference between what's say you have 2 meals.
Mhm.
You can taste one and go, that tastes fantastic,
Mhm.
and taste another and say,
It'll be better.
no, that's maybe wrong.
Mm.
But you know the difference. So I remember last year my windscreen on my car cracked,
Mhm.
and I'd had this car for something like 16 years, and I bought
16
16 years, yeah. And I bought the car brand new. So when you drive a brand new car, when you look out the windscreen,
Yeah.
everything is beautiful. Everything's
Yeah,
crystal
clear,
clear.
yeah.
The lights. Obviously, you know this from doing a bit of driving,
Mhm.
right? Yourself, and everything's great. But then what happens is it starts to pick up dust and dirt. And okay, you clean it off and you give it a scrub, but you're picking up oil.
With the windscreen as well,
Yeah.
it doesn't help it.
And over the years, you pick up more and more and more grime.
More dust, yeah.
But I don't know this
Mhm.
because I carry on driving the car and I
Yeah.
just accept what I can see through the windscreen as being
Yeah.
normal.
Mhm.
And then one day I get this crack. So I call out the guy and he comes in and he takes out the windscreen, he puts in a new one.
Mhm.
And I'm sitting there looking through the windscreen and I'm like,
This is amazing.
this is incredible.
This is
It's
like
amazing.
back in the days.
Yeah, it's like I can see the colours are brighter, but I never knew
Mhm.
that things had got smudgy, and what I was looking at, and that's how our lives go. So we start off in our lives where we're totally in control, and it's absolutely brilliant. If you think back to when you're kids, and you've run around and things are great and it's easy and it's fun, and then as life starts to kick in and things possibly go wrong and you're told you're unable to do this and somebody says nobody in our family's ever achieved that and your confidence drops and drops, but you just accept it. Things just become, everything's normal.
Yeah.
Everything's normal.
Yeah.
For you it's normal, for you it's normal, for me it's normal.
Mhm.
But for other people that are living maybe lives that are much more fun and exciting, that's normal as well. So I created this technique so you're able to judge how you're feeling today
Mhm.
and then suddenly how you feel from doing the exercise.
Yeah.
And it's designed on that basis.
Okay. So now, before we go any further, let me just let the people know that we would like you to phone, but unfortunately, if you look at the setting, it's not the normal setting. The table is on the other side. You can see my phone is on it. It's a little bit off, but we have to do this with Mark. But don't phone. You can still Facebook us on a messenger or maybe on a Facebook page. Just tell us whatever you think about whatever Mark is gonna do, which I don't even have a clue, but I'm looking forward.
So we're going to do 2 exercises today, right?
Okay.
The first one is I just want to be able to demonstrate that we all have superpowers.
We all have
So we all have
superpowers.
superpowers. That we can all be much more than what we are.
Okay.
Right, so I'm going to do the first exercise with you, which you can try this in the home. It's dead simple.
Uh-huh.
And then we're going to do the control exercise as a separate thing altogether.
So mine is superpower,
Yours is superpower,
and he's control.
He's becoming a Superman today.
Superman. Yes.
Okay, superpower. Now I wonder how I'm gonna do this. I'm in a suit, Mark. I'm wearing a suit.
It doesn't matter if you're in a suit or a swimming trunks. It can be anything.
Okay.
Anything.
Okay.
Right.
Fair enough.
So-
What do you want me to do?
So what we're going to do is I'm going to get you first of all
Yeah.
to do as many press ups as you can.
Okay.
Right.
Just
as many as you feel comfortable doing.
Yeah.
And then you're going to sit back down.
Before
Okay.
you start sweating, but
Yes.
Yeah,
So
before
Yes.
us.
Yeah. I mean, the whole world's watching you, right? So there's,
Right, okay.
there's no pressure.
Right. Okay.
No pressure at all.
Fair enough.
Right. And then I'm going to show you a breathing technique.
Okay.
And all you're going to do is take 30 breaths, and I'll show you how to do it.
Okay.
And then when you finish taking the 30th breath, you're going to breathe out and stop breathing. Right.
All of that just to show me that I have a superpower in me.
Yes, because what you're then going to do with no air in your body
Okay.
and without any breathing,
Okay.
you're then going to do the press ups again.
Okay.
But this time, you're going to do so many more.
What if I can't even do one with not hearing me?
I've seen you down the gym.
Like, okay.
I know they're going to remake Tarzan, right? And
Right.
and
With no air in me, I don't know how I'm gonna do it. But let's go. I'm
So-
up for it.
So when I've done this in the past,
Yeah.
when the person does the second lot of exercise, the second lot of press ups,
Yeah.
they often do twice as many.
Yeah.
Right? And you go, how can you do twice as many press ups and there's no air in your body and there's no breath, you're not breathing, right?
Yeah.
But it works.
Right. Okay.
It works. And it works partly because of belief
Right.
and it partly because you brought all this extra oxygen into your body.
Right.
And I'm only going to demonstrate this so that you go, wow, that's incredible.
Right.
And just shows you, like, they'll say, like this windscreen we were talking about, we get used to our lives and we think they're normal.
They're normal, yeah.
But there's other people that normal is something totally different.
Alright, okay.
Totally different. So this is just to demonstrate that.
Okay. So
So
am I
stage
ready?
one, if you're ready,
Just 2 second, Mark. Because I don't want people to get surprised. I want to say this, right? Mark want me to do the press ups. Fair enough, I will do it. But I never seen someone do the press up wearing a suit unless you're doing a movie. But I'm not doing a movie, but I will do it. But in this experiment, this is an experiment
yeah.
showing like everybody's got power in them, right? Yeah.
So rather than Superman, you're going to be Suit Man.
Suit man.
Suit
Wow.
Man.
Okay, I'm gonna be a suit man. So I am the experiment, I am the sample, and I am at the same time the hypothesis.
yeah, and you are the Superman.
Right, okay.
So we're going to count, and you're just going to do press ups, as many as you can,
How many do you guess, like?
that you can do.
Yeah.
20.
See, I was at about 30.
No, come on. You need to be a little bit fair. Come on. You know,
You do as many as you can.
I can go forever.
Well, the show can go on for hours.
Okay, let's go. Whew. Guys,
No
this-
pressure, Suit Man.
we never done this. This is actually first time. But see if I fart, it's not my fault.
Whose fault is it then?
It's Marcus' fault.
Oh, everything's my fault. Right,
Like
press ups.
knuckles or just
No,
pop.
no, just normal. Just
Okay.
normal, just normal. It's a long way down.
Right, okay.
Right. And then we'll kind of count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He's tiring. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Any more? 21, 22, 23. Could be a long time. 23.
That should be enough.
23. Right. Grab your seat down.
Ah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Congratulations. I didn't even expect 10.
Huh?
I didn't even
Do
expect
you know?
10.
You know I go to the gym. You know that.
So, the technique I'm going to show you
Okay.
was developed by a guy called Wim Hof.
Wim Hof?
Wim Hof, right?
Okay.
He's known as the Iceman.
Okay.
This guy holds the world record for sitting in a bath of ice, right, up to his neck,
Wow.
for an hour and 3/4, right? And his skin temperature drops, but his body temperature never changes.
I don't know how the blood will circulate in his vein.
But he's got control over it, right? This is what I'm saying. There are incredible people in this world. He walked 23,000 foot up Everest in a pair of shorts, right? No mask, no clothes, pair of shorts. He set the world record for swimming under ice. So down one hole, 50 meters, and then up another hole, single breath, frozen water, pair of shorts. Okay?
Wow.
And what I learned from this guy was how to breathe. Right? That's
Okay.
what it is, how to breathe. And when you control your breathing, you suddenly control your body and your mind, and you can do other things.
Okay.
So this is why I'm telling you about this.
So if you control how you breathe, you control your mind,
Yes.
and you control your body.
Yes. You're controlling your mind because you're learning to be calmer.
Okay.
You're controlling your body because you're bringing in more oxygen.
Yeah.
The more oxygen you're going in, the more you're helping your brain.
Yeah.
clarity.
Even people that they do the singing,
Yeah.
it's most of the time it's about controlling your breath.
Yeah. So this breathing exercise is just like so simple, right?
Okay.
I mean, all we're going to do, right? We can join in on this, right?
Yeah.
We're just going to breathe in and then exhale, right? So, but we're going to do it 30 times.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
And then
All together?
Yeah, we'll do it together, right? But what happens is when you get to 30, I want you to breathe out. No more breathing in.
Yeah.
Straight down, straight into press ups. And when you do the press ups, you're holding your breath. Well, there's no air in your body, but there's no more breathing going on.
Okay.
So you're going to do the same exercise.
So it's just like inhaling.
So so the 30th one you're going, it's gone.
And that's it. Quiet.
Nothing.
Okay.
Right? No more breathing. Bang, 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 bang.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
So this is going to be like, on the face of it, you'd think this is so much harder than the first time, but you're going to be amazed.
Okay.
All right, so we're going to do the breathing, right?
Okay.
People
So-
at home, you can join in.
Ladies and gentlemen, you can join it. You can join in if you want. All you have to do is, if you have a table in front of you, move it away because you don't want health and safety. Yeah, you health and safety. That's it.
Okay, so
Okay.
all we're doing is we're breathing in and then we're just letting go.
Yeah.
So. You starting to feel the difference? Oxygen's coming into your body. You might feel a little bit more lightheaded. You're breathing in energy when you breathe in. That's 10. Keep going. The more oxygen, the more energy in your body, the healthier you are. Keep going. We're at 20. 10 more. 1. That's 2. Good. 3. 5 more. 3 more. 2 more. Last one in. Breathe out. Stop breathing. Press ups. Without breathing. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Oh, you meant to keep going. So you did more press-ups
Yes.
with no oxygen in your body
No.
and no breathing.
No breathing. But you know why I stopped? I'm too heavy for my hands. For my hands, it's like I felt like my hands were getting numb. But I still have the energy to do more.
Yeah.
I still
So
have
you
a
could have
lot
done
of-
more.
Yeah, I could have done
You
more.
could have done
Yeah.
more. You could have done more.
It's not because of my breath or anything, like,
Yeah.
just because of my body. But I'm kidding anyway. I didn't want to sweat, that's all.
You didn't want to show off, you know? 75, 76, 77. The point of showing that was
Yeah.
because by doing things different,
Uh-huh.
we can change our lives.
Absolutely.
You know, so that simple exercise, no breathing, you did more press ups than you did when you were
When I
breathing
was
every
breathing.
time.
Yep.
So that tells you kind of like there's different things that we can do in our lives. And this was the kind of the point of taking back control over your life.
Right, okay.
Because our lives have become whatever they've become.
So it means like, well, the whole point of doing this, it was about showing people like you have a superpower in you.
You've got lots of superpowers.
Superpower, yeah. So that means in life you have to develop a lot of techniques in order to use all the power you have within you. Is that what you're trying to say?
It helps to know all the different techniques that you can have.
Okay.
Yeah. You know, I mean, there's techniques to attract things, to manifest things.
Mhm.
There's techniques in terms of words that you use when you talk.
Okay.
So, for example, this is a mistake you'll see on television, right? Constantly. The politicians do it, people reading the news do it, and it's just a simple thing. I'm going to tell you, this is one of the most powerful things.
Uh-huh.
We're talking about different techniques and things, right? So, what people often do is they tell people what they don't want them to do.
Mhm,
So,
mhm.
you watch the football, don't concede a goal in the last 5 minutes. Or you say to a child, don't put your coat on the floor. But the problem with that is somebody concedes a goal in the last 5 minutes, or the kids put their coats on the floor. And the reason is because the mind fails to acknowledge negative words, like don't.
Okay.
So when you say don't put your coat on the floor, what the child hears is coat floor, coat floor. If you say don't be late,
Mhm.
what you hear is be late, be late. So when you hand out negative instructions, people carry them out because you've told them what you don't want them to do.
Mm.
So what people should do is say what you want them to do.
Reverse psychology.
Well, it's the correct psychology.
Okay.
You know, so the real powerful politicians will speak in a way where they're never telling people what they don't want them to do, and they never use the words don't. So if you see signs on the road that says don't drink and drive, what's it telling you?
Drink and
Drink and
drive.
drive.
Drink and drive, right? And this is the government getting it wrong. But the mind fails to hear negative things. It only hears positive things. The mind is wired positively. So when you give positive instructions, people do positive things. And so when you say, I don't want to be stressed, or I don't want to be upset, you know. So here's an interesting thing, right? Somebody, you watch this, when people come and talk to you and they say, Vatican, I don't want to upset you. You know immediately what they're about to say is going to upset you, because they're saying the reverse.
Yes.
Right? So this is partly to do with what they call NLP, which is Neuro Linguistic Programming.
Okay, yeah.
And it's how we use our words. And so if you want to have a much better life, you give yourself, you know, what you want to achieve,
you-
as opposed to what you don't want to achieve.
Fair enough, Mark. But see, that sounds like it's our everyday language.
But it has to change.
It has to change. Yeah, definitely. That's where I'm coming to. See, now, if I want to tell, like, I'm gonna use the same example you're talking about. If I have my son that I want them know to, for example, to do something that I don't like. I think maybe it's dangerous for them, or something that would destroy their life. I want them to have, as we are talking about, have control of their life.
Yeah.
And then I would say, don't take drugs.
Yeah.
So what language should I use? Like,
Well, what do you want them to do?
not to take drugs.
No, but what do you want them to do? That's what you don't want them to do.
Avoid drugs.
Right, so you
Avoid
want,
taking drugs.
you want them to be healthy.
Yeah.
You want them to have, you know, a clean living life.
Right.
So in that example, rather than saying don't do drugs, don't take drugs, you say something like, you know, you could say, if you take drugs, they're going to make you ill. I want you to be well. Right? So what you want to do is look at what you want them to do or want them to be, right? And it's a question of reprogramming and thinking it through before you actually say
it.
You know,
Right,
so
okay.
so let's say your son was going, I don't know how old your son is, but say don't get drunk. So how would you reword that? You know, you'd say, I want you to drink less, or you know, it'd be a good idea if you didn't drink at all. You know,
Oh, right,
so
okay. It makes
you
more
give,
sense.
you give them a positive
So,
instruction in terms of what you want.
So just any word that is signaling negativity, you take it off.
Correct.
So
and you
let's
find
say-
the positive.
Let's say the same way, because we have two things here.
Yeah.
When you said don't drink and drive, there is another one which says tiredness kills.
Yes.
So that's not negative,
That's still negative.
but doesn't have a don't in it.
Yeah.
But you don't want anyone to die.
Yeah.
But all they're saying is that tiredness kills,
Kills,
right?
yeah.
I mean, you could say, if they said, don't drive when you're tired,
Yeah.
that's completely wrong. But
Yeah.
but if tiredness kills, that's just a that's like a statement.
Yeah.
That's actually
Yeah.
okay to use that because it's kind of like a warning.
Okay.
You know, so you'd say only drive, you know, when you're feeling, I don't know, refreshed or alive, or
Yeah.
you know, I mean, okay, it's probably bad words to try and fit
Oh,
into
right.
kind of science.
Take coffee for refreshment when driving.
Yeah.
I saw somewhere written,
Okay.
writing that.
Right.
Yeah. Take coffee for refreshment when you're driving.
So that
Yeah,
means you
so-
need to drive when you know that you are feeling
Yeah,
good.
you-
You have all the energy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So taking back control over your life is about using the right words for yourself as well.
It's viewers connected to this. You know, it's a very huge. You know, so people need to really pay attention to this. So before we move to the second exercise,
Yeah.
yeah, I want you really, really, really emphasize on the first exercise that I just did there. It took all my breath away, but I got it back finally. And you know what? This is quite important. I'm gonna just give you this little story quickly.
There you go.
Today, taking back control of my belly, you know. I was trying to, you know, we go to the gym for physical things,
Yeah.
but today actually I was exercising my belly
Okay.
because I wanted my belly to.
You want a six pack?
No, it's not that.
No.
It's about food.
Okay.
I try to eat all sorts, but you know when you eat beans quite a lot.
Okay.
I don't know Scottish beans. I don't know European beans, but what we call African beans. If you eat quite a lot, the consequence is no one will sit next to you. Yeah, you're okay because
I had some.
you know where to go. So, and then there is what we call katapa. Katapa, yeah. For us, we speak Swahili. People from Tanzania and Kenya, we call it sombe. I don't know if in Tanzania they say sombe as well.
I think so.
Or maybe I don't know, but this is Congolese, so they call it sombe. My wife cooked it very well as vegetables.
Okay.
So I ate vegetables last night, and it has the same effect. Like if you eat it too much as well, like it's like a rocket, you know.
Right. Right.
No one will be next to you as well. We could have the noise. You could have whatever. So. And today, when I was after eating that last night,
Yeah.
and I knew I had a good quantity, but I was telling myself, is my belly gonna be okay? Then I said to myself, I'm in control of my belly, so my belly is
Yeah.
getting exercising. You know, getting a lot of exercise, eating vegetables, and then get beans, which is part of the veg as well. But so I go beans, I go katapa and beans. But you know what? Because I have control of my life in that way in terms of eating those stuff. So actually, since I came here, have you ever smelled? Have you smelled anything yet?
No. Well, I did come up once, but I thought it was the drains.
No. No. I haven't partied on the show. In that case, I respect myself very well. I don't know if we have a comment or not, but however, let's go. What's the second part?
I wanted to say something here when
Yeah.
you were talking about taking back our control, the control
Yes.
of our life. Yeah.
Yes.
I was also thinking because you know when young people, children, when they are grown or they are growing, especially like 3-4 years,
Yes.
you see them walking on everything. You see them touching almost everything.
Yes.
You see them maybe
They're alive. Yes.
everything, and then you find that parents who are like feels like the conscious, they try to hold them from
Yeah.
one way or
Yeah.
another. No, don't do this.
Yeah.
Stop here. Get it.
Yes.
And that child is like getting something
Yes.
in their life,
Yeah.
which stops them from the power they had, from the life they had,
Yes.
and then they start like shrinking everything.
Correct.
Into
Absolutely, yes.
Don't. So they start
Yeah.
creating another life,
Yeah,
which is
yeah.
like
Different.
taking power
Yeah,
from their
yeah,
life,
yeah.
and whatever they would have done, they won't do it because they know that's wrong.
Yeah.
You shouldn't do this, and
Yeah.
they don't have that power anymore
Yeah.
because it has been given to somebody else.
Yes.
And that's why when you were talking about like when somebody has credit, yeah, you have credit, and let's say at least here you may have credit, and it's a bank credit, and you can pass by the bank and nobody will really recognize you. But somehow in our community I might have his debt.
Okay. Okay.
And if I have his date and I see him coming that way, or I know I'm passing close to his house,
Yeah.
I won't. I will change my way. I will use another
Okay.
way because I know I might meet him. So even that power,
Yeah.
I know he's a best friend of mine, but because I have a debt from him, that relationship and that power which I had
Yeah.
maybe over him or he had over me is completely gone.
Yeah.
You see, so I can say sometimes even his steps, you see steps, you hear steps outside, you think, oh, is that Vatican coming?
Yes, I know.
So you start like trying to see, oh, am I going to face him? You see?
And that's beginning to affect you.
Yeah, it affects you completely. And
Yes. Yeah.
so I
Yeah.
wanted really to,
To emphasize on that as well.
to
Yeah.
emphasize on that.
Yeah. So thank you, Papa Bertin. Before we go to the second part,
Yep.
Mark, I want you to face that camera right there. Look at it,
Mhm.
and please briefly give us a briefing and all the techniques. Just emphasize on it, but briefly, and tell us how much power do we have, and how should we use it, and how do we know that we have it, and then when do we know that we give it away.
Okay. That's quite a few questions.
Yeah, it is, but I want you, I know you're a smart man. You are a life coach.
Yeah.
Am I right?
Yeah.
So, you know exactly what I'm talking about.
The way to do it is if you can imagine like a circle.
That's a camera
and-
there.
Yeah. And you imagine like
You're talking to someone.
yeah, I'm talking to you.
Right, okay.
So imagine a circle, and then there's from the center coming out, there are lines. So one might be for relationships, one might be for happiness, one might be for health, one might be for money, one might be for confidence. And if you were to score yourself from 0 to 10 on how you feel at the moment, where 10 is the most incredible experience that you could ever be, you know, the most happy you could ever be, the most healthy you could ever be, the most confident you could ever be, the best relationship you could ever be, all the way around this. And you went, well, actually, I feel like maybe a 4 at the moment for my confidence and my relationships. That's a bit better, maybe a 7. My money, that's probably a 5. My health, that's quite good, that's an 8. If you join those up, you'd have a very jagged circle that would come around the outside. Now, that tells you exactly where you are today. Tomorrow could be different, could be worse, could be better. But if you can imagine what your circle needs to be is like a line that joins right on the outside, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10 for everything. That's what you're looking for. You're looking for a life where everything is as good as it could be, as perfect as it could be. You wake up in the morning and you feel really excited about being alive. That's the big test. How do you feel in the morning? Do you wake up and you're tired? Do you wake up and you're worried about what you're going to do, or the debts, or money, or work, or relationships? Because when you wake up, you should be enthused, excited, vibrant, right? You should have this burning desire, you know, because of something you want to achieve, to get out of bed an hour earlier. And you should jump around the living room. You know, everything should be fantastic. If it's less than that, it just means that you've given away control over bits and pieces, and your confidence might have been knocked, and you have an opportunity to take that back so that your circle is a perfect circle around the outside. Okay. That's how you're able to judge it immediately, and you'll know with me asking those questions. So from 1 to 10, relationship wise, how do you feel? 1 to 10, health. 1 to 10, money. 1 to 10, confidence.
So what do you do to take it back if you know, like, okay, you've had your circle,
yeah,
you know where you scored more, where you scored less. So where you scored less, how do you take it back? What's the techniques to take it back?
Well, the one technique I'm going to show you today, look, to be able to know how to fix something, you need to know where it's gone wrong.
Mm-hmm.
So for example, if you were in a boat, right, if you're in a boat in the middle of the sea and it's taking on water, right, it's taking on water and it's sinking, what would you do? What would you do?
Find first the place which water is coming through.
This is the first man that's answered that correctly.
Oh yeah.
Because what people do is they go, oh, bail out the water, bail out the water. But all you're doing is you're trying to keep the boat afloat. It's like trying to keep your life going. Mm-hmm. But if you can find out where the problems come from, you know, if you can fix the hole in the boat, then the boat's going to float forever. And that's the way our lives work. if we can find out where we've gone wrong or what mistakes we're making, and this is where taking the back control is so important, because a lot of the problems that we've got in our lives is because of a lack of confidence, or we're unsure about things, you know, or we disbelieve that we can do things, and we become less in terms of beings, in terms of people. I mean, we were supposed to be able to do and be and have anything that we wanted when we were born. You know, we were given control over our lives, and then we were given this amazing thing called choice, where you can choose what you want. So, you know, do you want to be sad or happy? I mean, it's a stupid question. You're going to go, I want to be happy.
Yeah.
Do you want to be poor, or do you want to have money? Do you want to go left, or do you want to go right? You know, do I want to do something about my unhappiness, or do I not want to do something about my happiness, or do I want to do something about my happiness? And everything in life is a choice. But most people refuse to take that choice, and they'll just put up with what they've got, and they'll put up with the relationships because, you know, it's better than trying to do something about it.
Yeah. Okay. See, because of time,
Yep.
simply means whatever you're saying, I can also summarize it in my own way or rephrase it quickly.
Yep.
You have to have a self-assessment, evaluate yourself, and then know where you went wrong, where things went wrong in your life, where you scored less, and then fix it. Simple as that. That's the way I would see it, the way Mark is explaining it. So, Mark, well, okay, go ahead.
I was going to say, can we do this one technique?
Okay?
We've got time.
With me or with him?
Well, with Boss Man here.
Okay.
Boss Man.
That's what I was going to say. Okay, that's the second part, isn't it?
Yeah, second
Okay.
part. Boss
Yeah,
Man. Right.
okay.
Because this technique just literally will take you less than a minute. It's like
Okay.
it's 30 seconds. So what this technique does is it takes you from wherever you are, right? If you were really honest, you know, maybe a bit upset or a bit unhappy or a bit less confident, and it takes you to a place where you're able, you know, up here, where you feel really strong and really in control of your life.
Okay.
So you're able to judge and compare how you were with how you then feel in that moment. And if that feels so much better, if anything happens in your life that drags you back down again, you can do the technique and take yourself back up. Now here's the thing, right? When you're up here and you feel really good about things, doors open up in your life. And those doors are like, they allow opportunities to come to you, good luck to come to you, coincidences, you know, good ideas. And this is why you need to be vibrant and excited about your life and in control, because it means that there are more doors that are open up, so the guys up above can let all of this good stuff come into your life. If you're negative and down here, all those doors are shut.
Who is those guys? Who just gets up above?
We were having a discussion about this, right? So I just talk in terms of general terms. So I'll talk about the universe or the creator.
Okay.
You guys will talk about God. It's all the same thing.
Okay.
Right? It's just how you want to identify it.
It's not the same thing, man.
It's the same. It's the same thing. It's,
Right,
it's
okay.
whatever you believe in. Is whatever you believe in.
Right, okay.
And that it's just, but everybody's got different words and terms.
I would have maybe just tried to add on what he said.
Yeah.
We are three of us here, and the way we are seeing that light is not the same. Even if we are using the same eyes, but everyone will maybe define it.
You've not got
in
glasses.
his words.
I've got glasses. Mark has got glasses. But we've got different type of
That's
glasses.
why I just try to use the light in one way is to try to say that our understanding also on things are completely different. And that's why when you said the
guys above,
everyone, somebody else will come with another name, which maybe the three of us wouldn't even know. So that's why I'm saying
correct. Thank you.
You are right on that way. So he shouldn't really think, oh, maybe.
No. I was just winding up, Mark.
I know.
It's however you want.
Absolutely.
To identify.
Absolutely. We talked about this in the previous when we were talking about the law of attraction.
To me, it's all the same.
It's all the same thing.
It's whatever works for you at the end of the day.
Absolutely.
Your beliefs.
Absolutely. I was just winding you up.
That's fine.
I wanted just to create a little bit of a argument there. However, let's go to the second part.
Right. So we're going to do this technique, right?
Okay.
So I want you to imagine what we're about to do is the most important speech that you've ever done, right? And I'm just going to give you a series of words. And imagine in life...
He's not going to do press-ups.
No, he's not going to do press-ups. This is vocal.
Okay.
This is much harder.
How come did I have the physical one and he's got the... How do you call it?
Well, because you look like Tarzan, right?
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
Right, so imagine in life you've been pushed around,
Yeah.
and life's kind of got to you, and it's stopped you from being who you want to be, and you kind of, so there comes a point when you really peed off, and you want to push back on life and take control back over your life, because your life should be better than what it is.
Mhm.
There should be more fun. There should be. Well, I'm just talking generally. I don't
I know.
know your life, right? But you know, I'm just talking generally, just
Yeah.
for people that their life should be more than what it is.
Yeah.
So what this is the most important speech you've ever done, and it's going to put you back into control of your life. So what you're going to do is, I'm just going to give you the words, and then you're just going to say them back to me. Right?
Hold on. Okay.
You're going to do this as well.
You do whatever you do. I'm surprising you. You always come with your surprises. Go ahead with your thing.
Right. So I'm going to give you these words.
Yeah.
Right, and then you're going to come back and. What we're going to do is we're going to do it once over, and then I'm going to take you up to another level where you're going to put more power into it, more passion,
Okay.
more energy. Right, it's going to be the most powerful thing you've ever done. So we're going to start off with, this is my life.
This is my life.
Right, I want more.
You looking at me?
Yeah, okay, you're talking.
No, don't look at me. Look at him. He's the one doing it.
Right, but so I want you to emphasize certain words like, this is my life.
This is my life.
I am in control of my life.
I am in control of my life.
I am the boss of my life.
I am the boss of my life.
Life will do what I tell it to do.
Life will do whatever I tell you to do.
Better, come on, more energy. Life will do what I tell it to do.
Life will do what I tell it to do.
I am in control of my life.
I am in control of my life.
This is my life.
This is my life.
I will lead it the way that I want.
I will lead it the way I want.
I am the boss of my life.
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 I am in control of my life.
I am in control of my life.
And then give yourself a big round of applause. And the emphasis is on I am
I am
my life.
Yes.
Right? You're like, right.
My life.
How do you feel?
Oh, it's me.
Can you feel the energy?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Can you feel it?
Is this the end of the exercise?
It is as simple as that.
I'm about to fly.
Are you?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how I feel.
Do you?
I believe I can fly. Yeah.
No, but seriously though, can you feel...
No, seriously, yeah.
Seriously, right?
Yeah, I felt like I was about to start going crazy there.
Right. But it's just, the more people you have in a room doing this,
Yeah.
the more the energy goes...
absolutely.
Literally, the energy in the room goes up and up and up. So you do it for maybe a minute, 2 minutes tops. Maybe, I just call it a minute. And you know, even if you're doing it on your own, you go... But the round of applause is because it's self-recognition.
Yeah. Okay.
Right, you're going, I've done it, this is fantastic, right? It's almost like the big man upstairs is like giving it, wow, fantastic.
Yeah, okay.
Because what you've done is you've lifted your energy. Because you feel more in control, because you've got more excitement in your life, more belief, doors open up and opportunities come in. So then when you go and do whatever you're going to go and do, you do it from a position of strength and power and control, as opposed to maybe, oh, I've got to go and do this kind of stuff and my life's quite difficult and tough. You put yourself back in control.
The way you're doing that, you look like a Londoner.
A Londoner.
Yeah.
A Londoner. Knees up, mother brown. Knees up, mother brown.
Right, go ahead.
So this exercise, I mean, it simply is, it's just those words. But you can mix them up. You can do your own variety of them. And you use whatever you want, but it's the emphasis and the power and the passion you put in. So it's like, this is my life. I am in control. I am the boss, right? You will do what I tell you to do.
Yeah.
And because you're bringing that in yourself, because nobody can do this for you. You've got to do this yourself. Because you're doing that, you will feel brilliant.
Let me just tell people, this knowledge that you're getting on this show, it's a knowledge that you could pay money to get it.
Yes, a lot of money.
Not
A
you
lot of
can.
money.
People are paying money.
But you're getting it for
Yeah,
free.
get it.
All we're asking you is to acknowledge the power of the knowledge coming from this show. And Mark, for that we are really grateful.
Thank you.
I just consider myself as
Yeah.
one of the person who's watching this show.
Yeah.
Because right now I feel like I'm learning quite a lot from what you are saying. So, ladies and gentlemen, please share the videos and give some comment. next time when we have our phone on, please call and give a bit of encouragement, you know. Go ahead, Mark.
I was going to say what would be really good is for people to try that exercise
Yeah.
at home and then comment and just say
How did
what the difference was in terms, I felt like a 2 out of 10 and then suddenly I felt like a whatever, just a bit of recognition. I mean, Vatican's right. This is all great, but unless you're doing this yourself, you're never going to get the benefit.
Yeah.
And if you do it, and you can watch this, I mean, there's only like 5 statements there. Do it and just see how good it feels. And you then have a choice. You can feel amazing or you can feel down and crap. It's up to you. But if you're down here and life's a bit meh, take yourself back up. Because if you do it and you're up here, you're going to get amazing things coming back into your life because you're back in control. It's as simple as that.
So, time is against us, but I think we had all the food that we need to eat. And I'm not full.
And
I'm
beans.
not quite full. I don't talk about beans because now you go. No, I've got my life back. I'm not gonna fart.
Yeah.
No, is that a negative one? If I say I'm not gonna fart.
Which means you're going to fart. I'm not going to fart. Not drop it. What did you say? Going to fart. Going to fart.
Right.
Going
Okay.
to fart.
I'm not.
Maybe
You don't listen. You don't listen.
Maybe while you are saying that, can I just try to say this? Yeah. I think I like this exercise. Good, because it's like you have put something in I can say my community
Yeah.
and in my understanding, because I come from a community whereby people don't talk about themselves.
Okay.
They talk about others, but they don't talk about themselves.
Okay.
Especially talking about good of themselves.
Yeah.
I can do this. They
Right.
don't do that.
Okay.
I may do this. Maybe I can do this. But they don't say, I can do this.
Yeah.
And that's why I think this is a good a good exercise for many of us.
Yeah.
Because now we know we have lost our power because we never talk about
Yeah.
ourselves.
Taking back
Okay.
control
We
over
never
your life.
really-
Yeah.
Nobody will say, no, this is my life. I
Yeah.
have to control it.
Yeah.
We tend to wait for maybe somebody else to control your
Yeah.
life instead of you controlling
Yeah.
it.
You
Or
give
maybe
away
you
the
want
power.
somebody
Yeah,
else
yeah, you give
to,
it.
to say something positive on your life, tell you, no, you have done it, but you can say it to yourself.
But people that want sometimes people they slide you. They say he's too cocky. So you get that all the time.
There is only you.
They tend to
There is
to
only
make
you,
it
yeah.
arrogance.
Yeah.
Somebody is arrogant because he's talking about himself. He's talking about what he can do. I'm not saying, I know, like talking in public,
Yeah.
that's completely different, but
Yeah.
still more, because you can talk about it in public, you can also talk about it when you are
Yeah.
your own.
Private, yeah.
You see, in private, because you think, what for? You know?
Thank you very much, Papa
Yeah, yeah.
Bertrand. Thank you so much. Now, as I said, the time is against us. So, guys, we just want you to take a moment. We can rewind the show and watch it over and over. All the exercise that we did with Mark here, you can even try it over and over. The reason this is an experiment, so you can do how many techniques to make sure you feel like you have the power within you, and you can do self-assessment, which Mark said is a circle where you can have a measurement to know that, okay, I've scored high in my love life, I've scored lower in my financial life, and then you need to look for like what went wrong, evaluate it and fix it. So Mark, do you know why I came over there?
No idea.
You did not expect that, did you?
No.
But you like to surprise me.
Go on. Why did you come over there?
Good question. Because you were talking about something positive, so you wanted me to miss that. No, I didn't want to
Oh,
miss
you want
it.
to be part of it.
I didn't part of it. I
Oh.
wanted to be part of it. So I'm a very greedy bee. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is the end of our show. Today we did not have Sister Adeline on the show because I think she went to London. I think, if I'm not wrong.
She's right.
Yeah, she went to London.
She was
So-
learning how to do knees up mother
Oh,
brain.
absolutely. So she's coming back anyway, so don't miss her too much. And then I'm here, Mark is here, and next week, is that next week you're hosting?
It is.
So next week, ladies and gentlemen, Mark, sit here. Right. So you're gonna finish the show?
So next week, we're going to bring on a super woman. This is a lady, and inspiration from other people is so important. This is the lady that spent the last 10 years in a wheelchair with neurological problems, where her mind was telling her body to stop, right? To stop working. And she was told, you're going to live in this wheelchair for the rest of your life with all the pills and the health problems. And she said no. And she said no. And it took her 18 months, and she fixed the whole of her life. Completely cured everything, including diabetes, and got out of the wheelchair. And she's probably the most excited person who's in control of her life that I've ever met. And her name's Dee Shepherd, and she's going to be here next week.
Wow. Mark, thank you very much. Stay where you are. How does it sound like? I think that's fantastic. I will never sit on that chair again. You're going to be sitting there in my chair. Because you are 100% super Mark. Super suit, super Mark, and super suit as well. So you're wearing suit, I'm wearing suit. And
I'm not in super.
Super suit as well.
Super shiny suit.
So everything about this show today is super. Taking back control of your life, over your life. So, ladies and gentlemen, share our video, comment, whatever you think that you can contribute to this show, bring it on. And then next week, don't forget, we are here 5:30.
What did you say?
Ah,
remember.
you don't listen. You don't listen. You don't listen. It's this one doesn't listen.
Yes.
You need to listen. Remember to tune on at 5:30. We are here live. Remember to share. Remember to comment. Remember to call. The number is right there. So right now we are logging out and we're saying goodbye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.